That's a lovely lawnmower you have there.
It's almost as old as you, probably. It's had a different motor, and maybe it's had two or three different motors on it, but the base has been pretty good. And
It's in really good shape too.
well, I don't know about that.
All right, so what are you going to show us today?
The peonies are coming into bloom. Now this has been very pretty, but it's a little past its prime. It's called Dutzia, D-U-T-Z-I-A. It's kind of graceful. There's some pieces that are nice in there. But here's 2 rows of peonies.
Hang on.
About 80 feet long, 2 rows. And as you can see, they're just coming into bloom. Some of the white ones and some of these dark pink. And they're so pretty, I think, because you see the yellow stamen in the center.
Yes.
Yeah. And but there are some other varieties too. There'll be lighter pinks, but there's a lot of pinks, and there's some whites, and then there's a few pale pink ones. So I've had these here for several years. Something a lot of people do when they're earlier than this, they bud them. They leave the main bud like this with just a single blossom, and then that puts all the strength to that one flower or one bud, makes it bigger. Whereas here, you see, I haven't budded these. I don't bud most of them, but so if I do that, then this will be bigger. But if I left those on like they are there, then the blossoms won't be as large, and it puts more into the roots too.
I see. Now, you are having some ladies come to visit on Monday, aren't you?
There's supposed to be 20 women from the garden club.
Are they old ladies?
I don't know. Jenny across the road told me that I know about half of them, or half of them know me.
Well, you are quite infamous, especially with all of these videos.
Yeah,
now, when they come to visit you, are you putting them to work or what?
Oh, I would like to, but I don't think most of them want to work. They are garden club ladies, and I understand that maybe a few of them actually do garden. The others belong to the garden club and talk about flowers, but don't actually get outside and do much work.
So you expect them to show up in their high heels?
Well, I think that would be silly.
So maybe you could have them go on a scavenger hunt.
Well, such as?
Well, maybe you can test them, for example, on all of these different varieties of plants you have, like these lovely ones over here.
Yeah, well, you tell me what that one is.
I really couldn't tell you.
Rhododendron.
Oh.
That's a rhododendron.
And what color is that?
Well, it's, I don't know, sort of a pink.
Does it smell?
No, not really. But now this azalea here, that is orange, and it's a deciduous. It loses its leaves in the winter. This has a really lovely scent.
Yes. I did smell it earlier.
Yeah.
Now, how would you describe that scent?
It smells like Longwood Gardens to me.
Oh my God.
And here's a red rhododendron. It's never been as healthy as that other one. And then here's a little piece of Weigelia back in there that has some red blossoms, but I think it's overcrowded in there, and I should move it. Now,
you should, but are you going to?
Oh, not today. Sometime maybe. Now this azalea I think is very pretty right now. And
it's lovely.
Yeah. Actually, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe there are two different ones, and that other one is sort of variegated. But this is variegated too. Now around at the back, by the porch, is a clematis or clematis, whichever you want to call it. That it looks very pretty.
Well, maybe you better talk a little more about your plan for all these ladies coming. You think they're expecting high tea or something like that?
No. They're having lunch over there across the road at Ginny and Stan's house. And then they're going to wander on over here and look at my flowers. Here's a volunteer crepe myrtle that I'm going to transplant sometime soon. See, and you see these, you know what those are?
No.
Bachelor buttons. And there are lots of them at the edge of the field. And look at the Japanese iris. I think they're very pretty right now. Don't you?
They are outstanding and stupendous.
Outstanding in their field.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Now, here is here's the clematis or clematis up here. I have another one at the other end of the porch, but it never does very well. But
why doesn't it do very well?
Well, I don't know. I bought a new one last year and put it to garage, but I don't think it lived.
Now, what are you going to say when these ladies come and they want to know why it's not doing well?
Well, I mean, here's the vine, and it's living, but I understand it likes lime to sweeten the soil, so I did put lime around there, I don't know, last year or sometime, but it's maybe, I don't know, there's some catnip in there.
What do you do with that?
The cats like it. I don't do anything with it.
There's a cat right there.
And this fig bush is starting to come back, so I hope we have some figs this year. It's Diane trimmed it when she was here yesterday.
All right. Any other things over here you would like to show people?
Well, I have 6 tomato plants here. I have more to plant. I just haven't got them in the ground yet.
Are they all different varieties of tomatoes?
Yeah, these are all heirloom tomato plants here that I got from a place down in Arkansas. I have it all written down.
Did you drive down there to get it?
Oh, are you crazy?
Not yet, but I'm getting there.
This is a quince tree. See the one of a quince on there?
I see it.
And here's another.
Do you eat them?
You don't eat them raw. People usually cook or make quince jelly or quince honey, something like that. Now I just put out 90 strawberry plants. You want to see them?
Yes.
Here are 2 rows here, and I watered them.
I don't see nothing.
Well, look where I watered. That's where all the plants are.
Okay.
And this row is called they're real large strawberries. Oh shoot, it starts with a G.
Grandiose.
No.
Gargantuan.
Oh, I'll think of it in a bit. And then this.
Gibberish.
Then this is Fort Laramie. I had them over there. Look at Merlin.
What about these flowers? You didn't talk about them.
Oh, they're iris. Those are all iris. And Diane and Dave gave me these. These are old-fashioned iris, and they're all the same color as you see, this blue, but they smell like grapes. And whereas your newer varieties don't have any scent to them at all.
Ooh, they do smell like grapes.
Yeah. They don't last very long, not more than about 10 days. And look at this yellow. Isn't that pretty?
Yes.
And then there's sort of an orchid color, I guess you'd say. And there's another yellow one, and there are a couple more yellows down here. I used to have more variety of iris, but
oh, this is a lovely shirt you're wearing.
Yes.
What color would you call this?
I don't know. Pink. Or something.
Now, what about these trees here?
They're fruit trees. You see, because I can't have my garden in where I usually have a small vegetable garden because of that weed called nut sedge, I have a little patch here. So I have, I just put in some onion sets and beets and string beans. That's all I've got.
Are they going to be ready for consumption this summer?
Yeah, I hope so. So this is a damson plum. Those are damson plums right there that just kind of came up there, I think. but I've got, I guess, 4 apples. This is called Criterion. It's a blush colored skin. And then this apple tree is called Famous. I'm not sure how it's spelled, F-A-M-U-S-E or something. Anyway, the other name is snow apple. It's red skin, and when you cut it open, it's just like snow. It's very, very white inside. And then the other 2 big trees are sweet cherry trees.
Do you eat all of these things?
You know, I haven't been spraying these, which is the key to good fruit. So these apples, I haven't done much with them the last few years. I just throw them out in the field. But
so why have them then?
Well, I planted them a long time ago, and I keep them trimmed each year. Well, sometimes I'll pick some up and cut out the bad parts and make applesauce from them. And then these are the sweet cherries. You remember when we had a lot of them one time. There's Bing and Royal Anne. Royal Anne is a yellowish with a reddish blush to it. And then I have a couple pear trees, but they're young. And this is another quince here. And this tree is probably 40 years old. This is a little pear tree called Sickle, S-I-C-K-L-E or E-L. And they're small, but they're very sweet.
Do you eat them?
Yes, and I make, sometimes I make pear marmalade or jam.
Now what do you do with that?
Eat it. Put it on toast or waffles or something like that. Here's, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gooseberry bushes. Now, not many people have gooseberries. They have lots of gooseberries in England. And they were bigger. Mine don't get very large. They're sort of a dark pink, and they have a stem at each end. And Mother made gooseberry pie once, I think, and then she did something else.
There's 2 horses over there.
I know. Yeah, and this is, I've been trying to get a new row of raspberries to get going, and I've just really not had good luck with them.
Are you going to have any corn this summer?
Yes, I've got 2 rows planted so far. So, look, here's a larkspur blooming. That's the first one I've seen.
Goodness.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to have a lot more over there and the bachelor button, too. So, and do you realize this is all mint right here? Yes. It's just a massive mint. It grows very easily. So anyway, I've got 2 rows of corn I've planted so far, and I'll plant more in a few days. And that was a row of strawberries, but it just got overrun last year. Well, this would have been the 3rd year, or maybe this is the 4th, I don't know. And so I just kind of let it go. There was another row of strawberries here, and I plowed that up. And then look at these raspberries. They're, I'm not even sure how or why I put them there, because there's 2 rows of asparagus here. So there's asparagus and raspberries. And then these are mostly plum trees, except these first 2 are apricots. And I noticed the other day that this was loaded with apricots, and then I came out yesterday and they're all on the ground.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so there won't be any apricots from this tree. Well, look, there's one here.
That is a crying shame.
It is a crying shame. So, yeah. Oh, I don't know. Do you want to go this way or where? Which way?
Well, I think your time is slowly coming to an end.
Oh, all right. Well, I've got lots of trimming up to do here.